Hello,
Hello. Hello, Greg. Are you
Chris.
there? Hi. Hi.
Hello, I miss you.
Oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Greg. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through it with the aid of lots of stories. And to that end, we have a fun activity today. Okay, are you ready, Greg? Good. The fun
Okay,
activity
I
today
love,
is...
I love fun and I love activities.
Good. Okay. Well, we have both those things. We are all together going to make up brand new superhero stories today, and that is today's activity. I'm going to be your guide and tell you through what all the steps are and how we do it. And Greg, you're going to make up your own story. Yeah.
If you are, sorry to interrupt, if you are the guide, do you have a hat that you could wear?
I don't think...
Because most guides wear a hat.
I actually have... I do have a hat.
Okay, well, we'll wait. We'll wait. Oh, from our trip to America.
That's our trip to America. It's a Roxborough Rattlers hat.
Right,
okay.
right.
So that's my guide hat.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to be your guide for the story. Now, Greg, you're going to make up a story, and you, watching, are going to make up your own superhero story. And right, Greg, are you ready?
Ready.
Everybody else watching on the National Literacy Trust website, are you ready?
We're ready.
I think they said they were ready. Okay, Greg, I'm taking the guide hat off because it's really, really hot. So the first thing you are going to need for your superhero story is yourself as the hero. You are going to need an incredible superpower. Now, in Kid Normal, which are the books that Greg and I write together, some of the kids have got your normal superpowers, like you could fly, or you could have super strength or super speed. But Greg, some of the kids have got slightly strange superpowers as well, right?
Yeah, so for example, some of our characters have superpowers that you wouldn't normally go, oh, that's amazing, I want that. But actually, when we find out more about them, you realize that they all have their own uses, and everyone's power is wonderful in its own unique way. So Hilda, for example, in our book, who's one of our favorite characters, can produce 2 tiny horses from the palm of her hands. Might sound weird now, but actually, if you read the stories, very useful. Billy is also known as Balloon Boy because when he gets quite anxious or nervous, parts of his body inflate involuntarily. So he might be trying to work out a mathematical equation and get so stressed about it that his ear just goes boop. So that's him. We have Mary, who can fly using her yellow umbrella. We have Nellie, who can control the weather. Most often she controls lightning and thunderstorms. And also we have Murph, who is Kid Normal. Now he doesn't have a traditional capability, but as we find out in the stories, his normality is his greatest superpower.
Okay, so you're going to be the hero of your own superhero story today, and you need a superpower. So think of someone like Hilda, who can produce her 2 tiny horses. And we want to use your imaginations and think of the craziest, most insane, weird, wonderful superpower that you possibly can. So sometimes when we do this at our live events, we've had some really cool ideas. Like there was one kid when we were in America who could produce pancakes at will, and then syrup came out of his ear, and he would drizzle the syrup on the pancakes, which is an amazing superpower. Another one, like snot came out of their nose and then turned into snakes and like attacked their enemies, which was pretty gross, but also pretty imaginative. So that's okay. So think of a really weird and wonderful superpower. So Greg, you're taking part in the story today. What is your crazy superpower going to be?
I would like to have spaghetti fingers.
Okay.
But I can control the strands of spaghetti and make them sort of like webs. I suppose a bit like Spider-Man, but I can make them into lassos.
Okay.
And I can. So that's what I'd like to do.
Okay, so you're kind of like Spider-Man, but instead of shooting webs, you can shoot spaghetti.
Yes,
so you are the incredible spaghetti boy.
Strands.
Right,
Yeah.
all strands of spaghetti. Okay, so hopefully you have got a really cool superpower as well. Greg's is going to be the incredible spaghetti boy, and your superpower, I'm sure, is going to be wonderful and imaginative and crazy as well. So that's the hero for your story. Now, as well as a hero for the story, you also need a really, really evil, horrible villain for the story. Now, we're going to base the villain in today's story a little bit on Nectar, who is the villain in the first Kid Normal book. And what happens to Nectar is there's an accident in a DNA laboratory and he becomes half man and half wasp. So he's kind of like all the horrible attributes of a human and all the horrible attributes of a wasp as well, which makes him kind of silly. And basically he just wants to steal everybody's picnics. So instead of a wasp, just think of some other animals. So what animals could you have? You could be half human and half cat.
Snail?
Snail, yeah. You could be half human, half bear. You could be half human, half lion.
Sloth?
Yeah. Dung beetle, dog, wolf, fox, rabbit, duck-billed platypus, kangaroo, tiger.
Pangolin?
Oh, how did you? That's my absolute favorite animal. I love a pangolin. You could be a giant anteater. You could be a capybara, the largest rodent in the world. Who knows? So just think of an animal, and you're going to become half human and half animal. Okay, Greg, what animal are you going to pick for your story today?
I'm going to choose the fruit dove.
Oh, the fruit dove. Okay, that sounds kind of cute. I like it.
Well,
Okay, so
they look cute, but when turned evil, very dangerous.
very dangerous. So think of the animal that you have selected for your story and think what it would be like if you were half human and half this animal, and what kind of villain, what kind of bad guy that would make you. So Greg, you are a half human, half fruit dove baddie. What is your kind of most evil attribute, and what are you like as a villain?
I think the fruit dove is a very fabulous looking creature. It's very colourful.
Yeah.
So I think the fruit dove probably likes stealing very, very lovely things. It's a notorious thief and burglar, because no one would expect it. And they fly into the open windows of the top of your houses when you think, well, we'll keep the windows open a little bit because no burglars can get up here. But that's where you're wrong, because the fruit dove can just swoop in and sit there all pretty and go, look at me in my technicolored fruit dove costume. And then when you've gone out, it goes into the house and takes all your jewelry, all your watches, and all your nice clothes, and then flies off with them.
Great. So you're an evil fruit dove. So whatever your animal is for your story, to make your villain name, all you need to do is say the evil doctor and then the animal you've selected. So Greg, your villain name is the evil doctor. Just the name of the animal, Greg.
Evil Dr. Dove.
You're the evil Dr. Dove. The evil Dr. Dove. Okay, so we've got a hero for the story, and they've got an amazing superpower. And we've got a villain for the story, and they have some very evil attributes. So in Greg's story, we've got the incredible spaghetti boy, and we have the evil Dr. Dove. And we hopefully know what evil thing that the evil doctor, whatever animal it is going to do. So in Greg's story, the evil Dr. Dove is going to steal lots of things from lots of people. Now, the last thing we need is a lair for the villain to live in. And when we do our Kid Normal live events, we do something called the Wheel of Lairs. Now, this is the Wheel of Lairs. And what we've done is put some stickers on this machine here. And when you pull the lever, it will make a lair for your creature. So let's find out what the lair will be for your evil villain. Okay, they will live in a spooky, bat-filled school. Good.
Oh, yes. Well, the fruit dove is actually a friend of the bat.
Really? Okay, so yeah. So you can have a spooky bat-filled school. I'll give you a couple of other options because that might not work for your story that you're making. So you could have a creepy mountaintop volcano, which is also a good one. So creepy mountaintop volcano, or option 3, an ancient jungle labyrinth.
Oh, I like that.
Good lairs. So you've got the volcano, you've got the labyrinth, or you've got the spooky backfield school, which is where your evil Dr. Dove lives, Greg. Okay, so what you need to do, this is getting you ready to write your story. So write down your hero and write down what they do. Write down your villain and write down what villainous things the villain is going to do, and write down the lair that the villain is going to retreat to, and the hero has to go and save the day. Your own story, because you've got everything you need. Okay. Let's make up the story of the incredible spaghetti boy and how he vanquished the evil Dr. Dove. So one day, the evil Dr. Dove decided that he would do a very evil thing. Greg, what did the evil Dr. Dove do?
The evil Dr. Dove decided to rid the town of wherever you live of all colour and keep all the colour for himself.
No.
It was suddenly a grey landscape, greys and black and white. That was all it was. It was like returning to the old days. It was just black and white.
Wow, everything's gone monochrome. So the evil Dr. Dove stole all the colours and took them back to his lair, which was a spooky, bat-filled school on the outskirts of the town. But luckily, there was a hero who lived in the town. Who was the hero that lived in the town, Greg?
Well, it just so happens that in this story, it was Magical Spaghetti Boy who was there to save the day yet again.
And the Magical Spaghetti Boy went to save all the colours using his incredible pasta web powers. So he went all the way to the creepy Batfield school where the evil Dr. Dove had hidden all the colours. And he broke inside and he used his incredible pasta powers to enmesh the evil Dr. Dove in a web of spaghetti. Tomato sauce?
Sorry, a little bit.
Yeah. And so the incredible magical spaghetti boy returned all the colours to the town using his incredible spaghetti powers. So you can make your story short like that. You can make your story much more elaborate. You can give your hero a couple of powers. If you've got time and you want to make a more elaborate story, why don't you think of like 2-3 heroes for your story and do like a team of superheroes, and then when we get to the bad guy's lair, one of them can break the door down and one of them can battle the bats or whatever minions the evil villain has got, and then one of them can battle the evil villain. Literally, when you start writing stories, you never know where it's going to take you, and we can't wait to see what your imaginations come up with.
One of the best things to do is to do this in a group. So when we do the Kid Normal live show, we have about 5 or 6 kids on the stage. So if you're at home, maybe with brothers or sisters, or maybe get your mum and dad involved as well, then you can all play the parts. And you must absolutely do silly voices, sound effects, and all the actions. So the sound effect for the spaghetti would be... and then you can do the creeping noise where if you're creeping up to a door. So make sure you do all the sound effects as well for your story and really bring it to life. Oh, the guide hat!
The guide hat is on because now it is time for you to become the guides and make up your own superhero story. Have fun and let us know how you get on. The guide hat is coming to you.
Fly, my fruit doves!